Hi, I want to show you a case study on a simple Airtable workspace that I designed for a friend of mine who was working as a side hustle coach, and she would take in questions from her students via email on stuff that they were struggling with, like maintaining portfolio or using social media for work or any other such areas. Here are the main things that she wanted to increase her efficiency in. She had to respond to each email individually, and sometimes some of the problems received from multiple students were just the same things, like having camera shyness and how to overcome that, or how to find out your ideal audience and things like that. So while responding to these emails, there is a high likelihood that the solution she would write back would be more or less along the same lines. Next, she wanted to have a workbook kind of place where she could record their interactions and questions asked, action plans discussed, etc., just to keep them accountable. She also wanted a way to track when their enrollments were ending so she could send a reminder about it to the respective students. By the way, if you are a Notion user and just interested in having a workbook to record coaching call related details, you can check out another video that I had shared a while ago. In that workspace, you can use a database template to generate a page format for each person, and then use button templates to generate sections for each day's details within each page. To achieve the above requirements, I created 3 tables. Student info. This form view on this table can have a URL that can be shared with the new student to fill in their details accurately. Next one is enrollment plus payments. I keep it as a single table because each enrollment has a single payment in this case. So for the sake of simplicity, they can be put together within the same table as one entry. Next one is question and answers. This table is dedicated to receiving questions from the students via Airtable form instead of emails, so that coach can handle them together all at one place and then send them her response. I'll also show you a technique that I use to send emails with personalized messages to each individual at once using mail merge. For the purpose of demonstration, I'll send these emails to my own ID, but in real case, actual email IDs from Airtable views can be pasted here. I'll also leave a link in the description on how you can set up mail merge for Gmail to send bulk emails. By the way, mail merge is just a workaround to send personalized emails in bulk, but if you have a pro version of Airtable, you can use the triggers to send emails right from within Airtable. Once your sheet is ready with mail merge add-on, you can either copy the data from Airtable view and paste it in Google Sheet to use mail merge, or even use Airtable automation to send data based on a trigger to send data to the Google Sheet. To show you a working example, imagine that the coach has received these questions from her students. She can then directly land on this view, which by the way she can totally save as a bookmark on her browser and then fill in the details right within this view. In this case, she can also refer back to some of her old queries that she might have answered to other students previously. So instead of typing a similar response all over again, she can copy paste whatever she wants from there to the current response. This would save her a lot of time not to have to go through old emails to refer from, had she been using just emails to answer to queries in this situation. Plus, all the question answers are going to live together cohesively, linked to the student enrollment itself. So if the coach needs any information related to the student enrollment as well, she would have that information right there.